Hello, everybody, and welcome to Classic Country Backstories. I'm Colleen Gallagher. During today's episode, we will talk about a man who has spent his life singing, entertaining, and providing some major hits for the world to enjoy. I'm talking about Johnny Lee. I spoke with Cherish Lee recently, and she gave me some great insight into the career of her father. Cherish is an incredible singer-songwriter in her own right. Stay tuned to the end of this episode to see what she had to say. Nashville, Tennessee, country music capital of the world, home of the Grand Ole Opry, where singers and dreamers come seeking stardom. Join me as we learn about the lives and careers of those who built this town on Classic Country Backstories. Born John Lee Ham, July 3, 1946, in Texas City, Texas. He was raised on a dairy farm near Altaloma, Texas. During his high school years, Johnny formed a band called Johnny Lee and the Roadrunners. After graduating from high school, Johnny enlisted in the U.S. Navy and served a tour of duty on the USS Chicago, a guided missile cruiser during the war in Vietnam. After discharge from the Navy, Johnny had his name legally changed from John Lee Ham to Johnny Lee. Johnny spent most of the 1960s working in nightclubs throughout the state of Texas until he went to work for Mickey Gilley at the world-famous Gilley's in Pasadena, Texas in 1968. This began a 10-year relationship with Mickey Gilley. Lee landed his first screen role in a television movie in 1979 with Barbara Eden and Susan St. James called The Girls in the Office. In 1980, Johnny Lee was asked to play in a motion picture, Urban Cowboy, with John Travolta and Deborah Winger. Many scenes of this picture was filmed at Gilley's. Johnny Lee recorded 2 songs for the soundtrack, Cherokee Fiddle, written by Michael Martin Murphey, and Lookin' for Love, which shot to the top of the charts, giving Lee his first gold record. The song spent 3 weeks at the #1 position on the Billboard Country charts, and it even made it to #2 on the Billboard Pop charts. The song went on to be one of the top 100 country songs of all time. Johnny Lee finally obtained the success he had worked so many years for. He followed up by taking several more songs to the top of the Billboard Hot Country Singles charts. In 1980, it was One in a Million. 1981, Bet Your Heart on Me. And in 1984, he had Yellow Rose of Texas, which was a duet with Miss Lane Brody. It was also the theme to the NBC TV series with the same name. In 1984, he had You Could Have Heard a Heartbreak. Other hits include 1981's Pickin' Up Strangers, Prisoner of Hope. In 1982, it was Sounds Like Love and When You Fall in Love. 1983 was Hey Bartender, and 1984 was Rollin' Lonely, and 1985 was Save the Last Chance. I have not had the chance to work with Johnny Lee. However, during my tenure at Nashville's Fanfare Convention, my booth was directly across from the Gilley's booth. It was set up to look like a honky-tonk with an actual mechanical bull. Johnny Lee spent a lot of time in that booth, and we spent quite a bit of time visiting with him each year. We saw his career climb from a person who, like me, was just trying to be noticed in the country music business to a superstar. I remember standing on my chair in my booth waving to him because I couldn't get through the crowd to talk to him. Eventually, he introduced me to Charlene Tilton, and I got to see the look of satisfaction on his face when he was finally getting the success and the attention he deserved. From 1982 to 1984, Johnny was married to Charlene Tilton, star of the popular television show Dallas. They had one daughter, Cherish Lee, born in 1982. He married Deborah Spohr in 1986. They had a son, Johnny Lee Jr., in 1990, and later divorced. Johnny's son died of an overdose in 2014 at the age of 23. Lee became active in combating the illegal drug epidemic. Johnny Lee was inducted to the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame in 2004. In the fall of 2008, Johnny Lee began performing regularly in Branson, Missouri. This is where he currently resides. When not performing and traveling, Johnny has been seen making appearances on celebrity hunting and fishing shows. In January of 2017, Johnny Lee released his memoir, Still Looking for Love, Johnny Lee's Biography. This 197-page book shares intimate details about his life on the road, his personal battles with cancer, losing a son, and all the highs and lows that come with working in the music industry. In 2018, Johnny was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. In a Facebook post, he said, "I don't like it one bit, but I know that I won't let it get me down. I've got a lot of music left in me, and I don't believe God brought me this far to abandon me now." Johnny began his Hey Bartender, Last Call, the farewell tour in February of 2023. It seems that Lee is living life to its fullest, which is what you'd expect out of a legendary country star like Johnny Lee. Cherish Lee, daughter of Johnny Lee and Charlene Tilton, was rehearsing for the Next Generation show in Nashville when I caught up with her and we talked about her famous parents and her career. I'm talking to Cherish Lee today, the daughter of Johnny Lee and Charlene Tilton. I am so proud to have you on our show today.
Thank you, Miss Holly.
Well, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to me. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Well, I just heard you sing up on the stage. You're getting ready for the Next Generation show, and you were amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You do your daddy very proud.
Well, I appreciate it.
You did a song at the end. Did you write that?
I did. It's called Father's Daughter. And so I had called him up one day and I was asking him some questions and then went and wrote this song.
Well, it is beautiful. Can people find it out? Do you have it recorded?
I do. It's actually on his last album.
Okay.
And then there's also a music video that we shot for it, and it's on YouTube.
Oh, that's awesome.
And John Daly's in it, and it's just all fun backstage stuff. It's all real life.
Well, your dad is a very big guy, a big personality.
Oh, yeah.
He's an incredible singer. How is he doing now? Is he still doing some shows?
He's doing great. He, what day is today? He just, he had a show on Friday, and so he's doing great. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but he's stage 4 Parkinson's. So, you know, while dealing with the reality of that, I mean, it's still dad, so.
I can't imagine it being any other way with him.
Oh, yeah. And so I love whenever I get to meet people and they say, oh, I know your dad. I'm like, everybody's got a good Johnny Lee story.
That's right.
Like, give them to me.
That's right.
So I wrote a film with 2 other wonderful co-writers of mine. We have a great production company that's behind it. And we're doing it a little bit differently. We're attaching every like the director, the DP, set design, art, all that. Some of the actors, I've written original music for it, and then we're getting it made this year. So it's called Saving Sugarland, and I wrote it with kind of monopolizing it in mind, like work begets work. So story by, written by, I'm executive producer. I'll be doing music for it and starring in it.
That is fabulous.
Yep. And I put my mom in there. I'm getting my dad in there. we've got a lot of really wonderful actors that are going to be a part of it. And some of it takes place in Nashville. So I know I'm about to send Jeannie Seeley the script and Miss Stefano Day, and yeah.
So it's Saving Sugarland, right?
Saving Sugarland.
Well, we'll have to keep our eyes.
It's a good one. It really is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for telling me about that. We'll make sure that everybody, we'll get the word out for you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited for everybody to see it.
Do you have a website?
Once I'm past this step in the film making process, I will get everything back up and rebooted. But Instagram is Cherish Lee Music. And I have some stuff on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. But
well, you have an incredible voice. I love to hear you sing.
Thank you.
Cherish Lee, it was so nice talking to you today. Thanks for taking just a few minutes to talk to us today. And good luck with the Next Generation show that's coming up Thursday night.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be a part of it.
Thank you. Cherish Lee. That's it for this episode of Classic Country Backstories. Please make sure to hit the like button if you liked our episode, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications for further upcoming episodes. Until then, God bless, take care, and I'll see you later.